What up? Top of the top. Y'all know what time it is. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? I see y'all up early. Y'all know how we do. It's been a long day yesterday, but we back. That means everybody lived to see another day. You know what I'm saying? And that's good enough. We're going to keep it going out here. You understand? Y'all already know what time it is. What up? What up? I see you. I see you, grown man P. That's my brother. Y'all already know. Ty Brown, Imperviousness, Brooklyn Flavor 718. My boy Alan from the UK. And I'm pretty sure the family going to pull up as we go on. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to get started because, you know, y'all know how it go. Every day is like a movie. This is the 4NOFAME live episode 80. Another suspect in the Young Dolph murder has been arrested. A 32-year-old man by the name of Cornelius Smith. And like we've been talking about, everybody was going to get to telling. And we know that young boy that got caught the other day, we know he was going to tell because we seen the camera and the footage. It was two shooters. We still don't know if this is them, but the way this snitching is going on, I'm pretty sure they giving full detail on who was behind it all. You know what I'm saying? The only thing we don't know yet is who sent the hit. And they probably going to tell that too. The next topic we're going to touch on as well is Trey Songz. His team has responded to the allegations of him being a rapo. His team has responded, his lawyer team. And I'm also going to be speaking on and giving salute to FATJOE and PETERGUNZ because they showed their support to the victims that died in that fire in the Bronx. And we know we have not heard nothing about nothing positive that came from these rappers lately. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to salute them. Also, two men was caught red-handed by the anti-crime unit, one of the new units they got in New York City. Two men was caught red-handed trying to steal Cadillac converters. Y'all know about that epidemic that's been going on. Also, it's been announced that Sleepy Joe, some call him Creepy Joe, some call him Moneybag Joe because he finessed the bags. Your boy Joe, he wants all U.S. agencies to be mandated by January 15th, if I'm not mistaken. He wants everybody to be mandated. And that's everybody that works for any U.S. government agency. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that works for the government that deals with the public, he want a mandate, pardon me, by February 15th. He want a mandatory mandate. Now, some people have been finessing those mandates, but he's trying to tighten it up. Also, I'm going to be speaking on something that is very serious. And the Justice Department has just formed a new domestic terrorism unit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be getting into that because now if you in America and you talking too much out your mouth and you pushing the wrong agenda, they might run down on you. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to touch up on these topics. Once again, salute to the family. Y'all know how we do. First story we're going to get into, you know what I'm saying, is this Young Dolph situation. And I told you I was going to be like Blues Clues for those that have been listening. Y'all know it's going to be detail after detail. I'm pretty sure they know everything, but they're going to just release a little bit at a time. Last month, they did a 341-man indictment, which got everybody to telling. I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people started telling. And they was able to apprehend one suspect who wanted to be a rapper by the name of Straight Drop, who was on federal probation. And they said he was one of the shooters, allegedly catching Young Dolph slipping going to that cookie shop. But now it's been another suspect, 32-year-old Cornelius Smith, was also apprehended for his alleged involvement in the YoungDOLPH'S murder. And he has been booked for first-degree murder. So we already know that, for one, straight drop, we already know he gave the information on who the other shooter was. We already know that. We can see that clear as day. And like I said, I was just saying it didn't make no sense how they was going to try to have one and act like they ain't going for the other individual. But as we can see, they already knew who the other individual was, allegedly, because straight drop, he got the run in his mouth. And remember, I reported yesterday that it was already details that he was going to be working with the authorities, and he was going to be giving up all the information he needed to give up. And we keep seeing this same cycle of dudes that want to be super gangsters. They want to be super tough. They want to live by the gun. But in the back of their mind, they already know when they get caught, they're going to tell. And it's funny because we see this trend happen again and again and again. And y'all know your boy 6ix9ine, he made this the standard, the new standard. Yo, we back. We got knocked off. You know what I'm saying? We got knocked off, but we back. We back in the building. I'm back. Episode 80, man. Check it out, right? Boom. Now that was weird right there, but I'm gonna finish what I was saying. We seeing a trend, you know what I'm saying? This is a trend going on. And this is my whole point, what I'm gonna say again, right? Check it out. We looking at this whole dog situation. We can clearly look at it now. Boom. We don't, all right, boom. Let's say if somebody did send this hit. Let's just say somebody sent the hit. Let's look at it now. Was it really worth YoungDOLPH losing his life? Whether it was a petty beef, whether it was jealousy, no matter what it was it worth YoungDOLPH losing his life? Because now we see, no matter how much money these dudes got to put in that work, they all locked up. And now the people that allegedly, if they did send a hit, they got to be scared for their life, thinking somebody going to tell on them. And we know that YoungDOLPH had over 100 properties in Memphis. He was the first one to really put Empire on the map. Empire been around for a little while, but YoungDOLPH had the biggest deal with him. Because I was following YoungDOLPH when Gucci Mane first picked him up. You know, Gucci Mane was the first to start collaborating with him and take him to another level before Gucci Mane went to jail. And I already knew about YoungDOLPH. He'd been an independent artist for a long time. But when he signed with Empire, he took his brand Paper Route and they did a merger. And it was called Paper Route Empire. And he had an exclusive deal with them. You dig? Where they was breaking real big bread. And then you see after that deal that he set up, that's when a lot of other, you know, South rappers, drill rappers, and a lot of all these other rappers you see got down with Empire. Because YoungDOLPH was proven success to the point where YoungDOLPH had built his career off mixtapes. And once he signed with Empire or they structured that deal, that's when he made all this he took all his mixtapes off the underground scene and he re-released them with distribution. And he released all his mixtapes as albums. Which basically he made a whole lot of money off of mixtapes through SoundScan. But my point is that boy was getting a lot of money. So we got to look at it. On top of his career and him owning 100 properties in Memphis, was it worth him losing his life over a petty beef, a petty grudge, or even if it was just hate? Was it worth it? We got to be real, because we see that the alleged shooters that did that shooting, they locked up. My point is, it's no more progress in Memphis now. I'm pretty sure it's a dark cloud over Memphis right now. And this is all for what? For nothing. That's part of the things I'm talking about, is how any type of beef, any type of smoke, when you really look at it, when the smoke clear and people in the ground, everybody locked up in jail behind that same situation, you could sit back with a clear mind and say it wasn't even worth it. That's why sometimes you got to just agree to disagree. No matter how much you don't like a person, when you really look at it, it's not really worth nobody's life, because now you so focused all that negative energy on taking somebody else's life, now you can't even live your own life. Or you so busy hating on somebody else's life that you can't even live in your own life. Like I said, you the one miserable. Like it was told to me, when you hold a grudge against somebody, when you got so much hate towards somebody, you the one bearing that hate and that grudge, and the person you hating on, they living their life. You know what I'm saying? So that's my point. When you holding the animosity and hate, because somebody had to have a lot of hate, animosity for Young Dolph to take that man out in broad daylight. Somebody had a lot of hate. But the point is, being that Young Dolph ain't here no more, can we say the person that was behind this got any type of satisfaction out of Young Dolph being gone? Because obviously, allegedly, if it was a hit, if it was money sent out, if it was just regular hate from the hood, what was the gain out of all of this? This is just a perfect example of stupidity that goes on, and it's repetitive. But we got to understand that this type of behavior is played out now. You know what I'm saying? It's played out. That's all I'm saying, because when it's all said and done, the dudes that you think is super gangster, they got the so-called biggest guns, when it's all said and done, when they get in that room and they get pressed by them big men in them with them vests on, in them uniforms, you dig, they're going to get scared and they're going to tell. We see this over and over and over again. That's my whole point. You can't put no value on a human life. You can't put a price on it. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever money they spent, or whatever money was put on his head allegedly, or whatever hate, if it wasn't about money, if somebody hated that man that bad to take him out for nothing, it just shows you that nothing got accomplished from this whole situation. And we talking about a so-called black man that owned over 100 properties in real estate, so we know he didn't have to rap no more. We don't know if he planned on having low-income housing, or he was going to have programs to actually help people. We'll never get to know that. We also don't know if he was going to teach other people to follow in his footsteps, as far as buying a block back, buying back property, you know what I'm saying, setting up real business moves. And that's why this, even though he you know what I'm saying, he spit that trap rap, that drill rap, whatever you want to call it, we all see it was not worth him losing his life, because this bum individual, you know what I'm saying, the two goofies that allegedly took him out, they're not even able to live their life no more. You see? So all together, we got a 3 for 1. We got a 2 for 1. We got 3 gone. We got 1 dead, 2 alleged shooters, and a whole bunch of people behind the scenes. And like I said, if this was a hit, allegedly, I know whoever sent it, they shaking in their boots, because guess what? We got a pretty idea these dudes gonna tell. So as we know, the saga continues in the Young Dolph situation. You know what I'm saying? But the suspect, 32-year-old Cornelius Smith, he's been apprehended, and he is the alleged second shooter in this case. And a lot of dudes thought just because you got a mask on and you know what I'm saying, you think you're gonna still do stuff on camera. I told y'all this stuff ain't gonna work no more. I told you the thug life is over with. Because even if you get away and you don't get caught by technology, somebody's going to tell on you. And one of the new techniques is a lot of people, even civilians, the civilians we talk about, the civilians wait for that bonus to pop out. Once they see that reward, y'all see that when that $15,000 reward went up, y'all seen what happened. They got caught very fast. You did, because it's a pandemic, people doing bad, and people going to tell faster than ever. And then you got people that never told in their whole life, they're going to start telling because they want that money. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, this award you can't win. And it's called the streets, the thug life. It's over. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? Next topic. And this is in a Trey Songz situation. For those that know, Trey Songz has been accused of multiple sexual assault allegations. And he's been quiet. He's been in the cut, laying low. But now Trey Songz, his team has responded to these sexual assault allegations, you know what I'm saying, and accusations. And one of the top people he's supposed to have violated, which I did not know exactly who she was, but she was a former UNLV women's basketball star. So a lot of people in the basketball world, they knew about this particular woman, you know what I'm saying? And her name is Gonzalez. This is his top accuser. This is the one that's going to court, is going to go to trial, and they're ready for things to come out. And they're going to go through this whole case. It's not going to be, the way it looks, it's not going to be no payoff under the table. It looked like Trey Songz is going to have to fight this case. And Trey Songz, his team responded, and they say that they are looking forward to the details being exposed in court. So they said they're prepared to fight. They're ready. And Ms. Gonzalez, she has something to say about that, because they posted that on Twitter yesterday. And Ms. Gonzalez, she tweeted something out, and she got something to say about Trey Songz' team. And this is what she said. She said, it was a long suppressed horror, and she has unbearable PTSD from being raped by his very hands at a well-known Vegas hotel. She says she wants to send her love, strength, and hope to all victims of sexual assault. And once again, all of this is alleged. But one thing we do know for sure, this is about to go to court, and it's about to get ugly, because as we can see right here, Trey Songz' team is ready to fight, and we see that this woman, Ms. Gonzalez, is not backing down, and she's standing on what she's standing on. And she's also claiming, as you just heard, she is claiming she's dealing with unbearable PTSD from being violated by Trey Songz. And she said it happened in a well-known Vegas hotel. So we already see this right here is about to get very ugly. So we gotta pay attention to this situation. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see how this play out. But right now, Trey Songz got a lot of allegations against him, and y'all know how this thing works. That's why his back is against the wall. Y'all know how this thing works, because once you got that figurehead or that man, woman that's gonna fight him, you already know it's probably gonna be other women popping out. And we also know every woman that pop out might not be telling the truth. Some of them might, a lot of them will. But my point is, when you got so many people shooting at you at one time, that's what make it hard to fight. That's why y'all seen what happened to that boy Bill Cosby, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Because he had so much stuff coming at him. The same situation is going down with R. Kelly. We know some of that might be fabrication, but we also know some of it is real. But my point is, he got so much stuff coming at him and so many people that turned on him, he don't stand a chance. So I don't see how people saying he gonna beat that case or he gonna win the appeal. I don't get it. because he got so many people. Then you got to understand, like in that R. Kelly situation, y'all keep forgetting a lot of people that worked for him was aiding and abetting. They was actually bringing people to him. They was watching over people that he left behind. Like when he would go on tour, it would be certain people that would watch over these females in his crib. You know, he had babysitters, if you want to call it that. He had people watching him. You know, my point is he had other people involved. See, that's the whole point y'all got to understand about R. Kelly. He had a lot of grown-ups with him that was helping him. And they are some of the first ones that turned on him and told on him when they made Surviving R. Kelly. Even though it might have been a lot of mothers and fathers that was consented, but we know they also flipped the script and they said they wasn't with none of it. So my whole point is, when you got so many people coming at you at one time, your chances become very slim of you beating that case. It's the same way in the streets. If you locked up on bogus charges and then they have 20 people coming to court and lie on you, your chances of getting out are very slim. That is a tactic that's been used for a very long time. I learned that about back in the days when they wanted to get certain people off the street. That was a problem. Very vicious individuals. You'll see almost every person that was getting snatched up in the 90s, in the late 80s, all those people that we know about, they got names like the preachers and, you know what I'm saying, the things like that, like Tut, certain big names, they was a problem. And a lot of them, they really was very keening and cunning criminals. They couldn't be caught. They were slick. So what they would do was they would catch a lot of them on bogus charges. And then once they lock them up, a lot of people would be happy. And the people that was usually scared, once they felt like that person was locked up, a lot of people would come to court. And a lot of people would lie on these people. A lot of people was paid to lie on people back in the day. That's the difference of the 80s and early 90s. People was getting paid to lie on you. If they wanted you off them streets, they would conjure up something. And in the 70s and 60s, they was doing it. They was putting rape on brothers that didn't even rape nobody. That's how they was getting you back then when there was no DNA. They was just throwing cases on brothers. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't fight. That's why you're seeing what? A lot of people been getting released from prison on bogus charges. You've been seeing that men getting out at 60. He was accused for something back in the early 70s he ain't do because they didn't have DNA, but they was putting charges on people back then. My point is, when they wanted you gone, they will put a bogus charge on you just so you could sit behind that wall, and then they'll get 10 or 20 people that you don't even know or never even violated testify against you. So you see, it's a dirty game, but we got to keep it real. A lot of time, it's always like that too. They never go in for the crimes they get away with. They go down for crimes that was bogus. You know what I'm saying? But when you're doing dirt and your name is known for doing dirt, a lot of people could put anything on you. And that's my whole point with people like R. Kelly. You know what I'm saying? Trey Songz. Because if your name keep coming up in these allegations, once you get locked up or you get brought up on charges or whatever, or you in court, it's easy to get other people to co-sign those accusations. It's easy that way. Once you're behind that wall, it's easy to get anybody to come forward and say you did this, you did that, and you might not even know that person. But when you keep dealing with the same behavior, you set yourself up for that type of failure. You know what I'm saying? And that's how this whole thing works. That's why I be telling y'all about that whole R. Kelly thing. Y'all can say what y'all want, but if he did not proudly represent the appetite for younger women, whether they was 20, 21, 19, it don't matter. My point is his appetite for younger women made it easier for him to look like the Pied Piper. And it was easier for them to put all this extra sauce on his situation. You dig? And that's why I say some of y'all don't know about who the Pied Piper is. Y'all don't really know about Peter Pan and all that. When you study who that is, and this man sat right and told you he was the Pied Piper, wearing masks on his face, he was basically admitting and telling you who he was. So for all of you people that want to always stick your chest out for R. Kelly, go look up who the Pied Piper is. Since you got Google and all that, go research who the Pied Piper is and Peter Pan. and you'll see why this man R. Kelly is facing what he's facing. This is not a game. You know what I'm saying? But I'm tying it into Trey Songz because y'all remember when Trey Songz first came out, they was trying to say, you know what I'm saying, he was taking R. Kelly place. And now it's mighty funny, Trey Songz, he's fighting allegations of sexual assaults. And it's more than one. But this particular one is from a former UNLV, a Las Vegas. For those who don't know, UNLV is a college basketball team, a world-known college basketball team. You know what I'm saying? For those that don't know. This particular woman, Dylan Gonzalez, is stepping up and she's standing on it that this man violated her in a Vegas hotel. So we're gonna see how this play out, and we're gonna see how far Trey Songz get. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the chat. What up, Alan Lil God, Wax Dog? I see you, AP Wiz. Helping the vision. I see you, bro. Cumber. What's up? Next topic, and this is a positive topic. You know what I'm saying? We got us a good topic right here. I know people gonna have their opinion on this too. You know what I'm saying? But this is what it is. FATJOE and PETERGUNZ, they showed support to the fire victims in the Bronx. FATJOE says, please join me in supporting the community by donating to the Bronx Relief Fund at fatjoe.me/donate Bronx. And according to Revolt, Jay-Z and Nas are currently on board to donate to this cause as well through FATJOE. PETERGUNZ, he showed a video of an MTA bus, a New York City bus, filled with bags of donations. You know what I'm saying? And he was on his way to pull up to the site or whatever. Now, I will say this. It is good they donate and they providing. And my whole thing is, I'm not trying to throw no salt, but it's just sad that it always takes something horrible to happen for brothers to want to go back and do something for the hood. That's the only part that's sad. You know what I'm saying? And I always had respect for FATJOE and love for FATJOE, but I don't like the way he did Big Pun Family. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not none of my, that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And I did call him Sloppy Joe. I called him Sloppy Joe because he handled that whole situation sloppy with Pun and his wife and all that. So that whole situation was sloppy. So because of that, I was calling him Sloppy Joe, and I made a video about FATJOE a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is, at least FATJOE was trying to do something. But like I told my brother, FATJOE's whole career has been based on the Bronx. When you say FATJOE, the Bronx is right there with it. And I felt like, let's look at it. If FATJOE was from anywhere else, would he have be as successful as he is to this day? Maybe so, maybe not. But one thing I know, FATJOE has capitalized off the Bronx his whole career. And you'll see every hit record he got, the Bronx is in the first verse or the first bar. It's always in that song because he always knew that the Bronx would be behind him no matter what. And my whole thing is, I feel like FATJOE should have been doing more for the community anyway. I'm talking about when he was in his prime getting big money, but we neither here nor there. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to salute FATJOE for, you know, at least recognizing what took place and getting people to donate to the charity he got going on so that he can generate a lot of revenue to give to these people. You know what I'm saying? Because we know if Jay-Z is going to contribute, you know it's going to be something nice in that pot. And my point is, I'm pretty sure they all going to have a nice pot when it's said and done. And I'm pretty sure some people are going to say this a tax write-off, or this ain't, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying. But at least they doing something. And I'm going to salute PETERGUNZ. For those who don't know, PETERGUNZ be hosting that Cheetah show. You know what I'm saying? PETERGUNZ been bounced back. He's the host of the Cheetahs. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that show Cheetahs. You know what I'm saying? He's the host of that show. So PETERGUNZ been getting to a bag recently. He's been laying low. He's crossed. You know what I'm saying? He's changed his brand up. And he's not promoting street activity or things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? He's dealing with those corporations now. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, PETERGUNZ, he showed his support by loading up a whole bus, a New York City bus with all donations and things for the victims. And he was on that bus pulling up to the site. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to salute PETERGUNZ. We're going to salute Corey Guns. You know what I'm saying? Because they always kept it solid for the Bronx and New York City, to be exact. Stand up dudes. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, man, and they also said that the New York City mayor was there too. I also seen the brother Mel Cross, China Mac, and some other brothers there as well. I see my boy B's 183rd. He went to the site, you know what I'm saying? And at least these brothers are going to their hood showing concern and showing that they there for the families, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, keeping the people informed of what's going on, because God forbid one day this happened to your neighborhood or this happened on your block or your family. You know what I'm saying? Because we in a pandemic, and you got to understand that anything goes right now. Anything can happen at any given time, and you just got to stay prayed up. And just be grateful for what you got. And stop complaining and worried about what you ain't got. Just be happy for what you got and try to get better as the day go on. You know what I'm saying? Because once you're not here no more, none of this stuff don't even matter. But I'm going to salute FATJOE. And I'm going to salute PETERGUNZ, because, like I said, this might be the only positive news that came out. And this came out the other day. I just found the story, which shows you how they was downplaying this whole story. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to speak on that, because we know when the rappers do wrong, they always get critiqued, they get destroyed. And when they do something positive, they sweep it under the rug. You know what I'm saying? So for those that do want to donate to the Bronx Relief Foundation, you know what I'm saying? It's fatjoe.me/donate Bronx. You know what I'm saying? For those that want to donate to the victims. And for those who don't know, apartment building got flamed, you know what I'm saying, due to a space heater. And it was reports that a door was left open on the 16th floor. I seen bogus reports. I seen one said 16th floor, one said 15th floor. My point is, it was a door left open. And anybody from the town that know about buildings, you know when certain doors get left open, it creates a wind. It creates a whirlwind throughout the building. Y'all know that. Somebody leave the rooftop open. Somebody leave the back staircase door open. Y'all know it creates a wind throughout the hallways and all that. And they saying that when this fire took place, it flamed so fast and the thick smoke went through the building so fast. A lot of the people that passed was due to smoke inhalation. So a lot of people, they didn't have a chance to get out of this whole situation. So that's why we're going to give our condolences to these people, you know what I'm saying, that lost their life. And I'm going to move on. And we got two junkies, y'all. We got two junkies that have been caught. Two dudes with fiend behavior. And for those that was listening, like I said yesterday about that dude from the Bronx that took that young lady out, I told you he was a fiend. And come to find out, I know he was a fiend because he did all of that for $100. He punched the customer in the face. No, he pistol whipped the customer. Pardon me. Punched the manager in the face and shot the girl for $100 out the register. That's why I keep telling you, you're seeing patterns of the fiends, but these fiends are really zombies. You know, they kept showing y'all all those TV shows, all those movies about zombies, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, all that. Well, a junkie is a zombie. You know what I'm saying? Those are the zombies, the fiends that'll kill you over nothing. You know what I'm saying? But two men were caught red-handed by the anti-crime unit, and it was an on-site arrest of a 31-year-old man and a 51-year-old man following multiple reports of Cadillac converter theft, totaling a total of $50,000 in property damage. They caught them with all of their tools after the police set up a perimeter around that neighborhood. So these two fiends, not only was they licking people in the same neighborhood, they thought it was sweet and they was going to just keep coming doing the same thing. But they didn't know that the police had set up a perimeter around that whole neighborhood. And it was called a B2 anti-crime unit. See, The mayor told you they was going to have certain new units put out there on these streets. And that's the whole point of this anti-crime unit is in the pandemic, they already know what's going on. Now they starting to put in work. They putting their work in now. They got the cameras rolling. The technology is up and running. And now they putting in work on the ground. So you're going to start seeing a lot of smackdown and a lot of people getting jacked up for multiple crimes, previous crimes, all of that. Because these two men were caught red-handed with their tools and all of that. Caught them slipping. They said they noticed something was funny because it's a particular gate. The police seen somebody had cut through this gate with wire cutters, with fence cutters. So when they seen that, they knew it was somebody in the neighborhood going to work. Because these police have been patrolling at night on a regular basis, and they caught these fools 2 a.m. in the morning. You heard? And you got to understand the dudes that steal these Cadillac converters, they are very bold. You know what I'm saying? They jack your car right in front of your crib, and they get to working on your car like they getting paid to work on your car. That's how bold they are, right in front of your crib while you sleep at night. You come outside, your car rambling, and your car automatically becomes a lemon overnight. You know what I'm saying? And I first saw this crime. I first heard about this crime in North Carolina about 2013, I knew about this a long time ago. It was dudes down south doing this. But one thing I will say, they was going to the car lots doing it to brand new cars. They was going to the BMW lot, Cadillac lot. They was doing it for real, for real. And guess what? Not the race bait, but the people that was doing it was a lot of white people was doing this. You know what I'm saying? But kind of find out it was a lot of white people that was hooked on that dog food. That's when I ever first heard of this. You know what I'm saying? Years ago. But now when I see this going on in New York City, that's when I know people in New York are very low right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the criminals have gotten so low. Well, this is the behavior they're portraying, stealing Cadillac converters. Now, don't get me wrong. We know they have stole 50,000 worth, but my point is, if you are that grimy to take from hardworking people every day just to support your drug habit, that's a very grimy individual. You willing to mess somebody's whole life up just so you can get high. Just like I also heard cases in other states where dudes have literally set up thirst traps for these type of people that steal Cadillac converters. And I seen a situation where they try to go on this man's property and do it to his van. They try to steal, the converter from his van, and he gunned them down like dogs and left them dead. You heard? So everybody's not playing with you trying to steal a Cadillac converter. But this is my point. It's showing us how low people going every day. You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to make victims out of the hardworking individuals. You know what I'm saying? The civilians are being the victims because we living in a real time of dawn of the dead. And people are sick walking around. Not only is it people sick from you know what, it's people sick in the mind, and they sick because they can't get high like they want. They sick because they ain't got no money. They ain't got nowhere to live. They sick because their life is in shambles. So like the brothers say, yeah, it is hell on earth. But everybody ain't in hell. That's my whole point. And some people are in hell by choice because the life that you live will eventually catch up with you. That's why you see people trying to scramble in these last days, trying to get their change together. But if you ain't already have a plan before this started, you might not make it. You know what I'm saying? If you've been playing around your whole life, don't wait till now to try to get your life in order. Because for some of you, it's already too late. But for some people that's smart, you still can get it together. You know what I'm saying? And these are facts. Moving right along. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going to be too long today. Joe Biden wants U.S. agencies to mandate C-19 testing for unvaxxed employers by February 14th. All who work with the public, even people who seek religious or medical exemption. Because y'all know a lot of people, due to religious beliefs, they've been able to back out of getting that vax. You know what I'm saying? They had an excuse. And we know what communities they are. But now he's saying, no matter even your religious background, if you work for the government, you're going to have to comply by February 15th. So that's why we see a lot of people still losing their job. I'm not going to say they're losing their job, they quitting their jobs because they don't want to comply. You know what I'm saying? And each his own. But your boy Joe, he's not playing. And he's standing on it. I saw him talking smack yesterday. He was lashing out, and he's trying to show some strength now. He's trying to show deep concern. You know what I'm saying? But he's standing on this situation right here, and he's saying that if certain people don't get, because we already know the military, certain people already had to get mandated. But this is for other workers, low-level workers that do work for the government, all type of other positions other than the military forces and, you know, other certain agencies. It's certain people they got to comply by February 15th, or they not going to have no job. You know what I'm saying? So that's the situation on that. The last situation I'm going to talk about, and this is a serious situation. You know what I'm saying? The Justice Department, they just formed a new domestic terrorism unit to combat the threat of extremists with ideologies and personal grievances motivated by race and anti-government and anti-authority ideologies. Now we got to break this down because it's a lot said in this little statement right here. This applies to a lot of people. They just formed a new domestic terrorist unit. So my point is this. I told y'all this before. A lot of people don't listen. All right? It says to combat the threat of extremists with ideologies. That means the way you think, the agendas you pushing, you better make sure you ain't talking crazy. And personal grievances, meaning people that got a lot of beef with the country. They say a lot of stuff out their mouth about the country they live in, and they basically trying to tell you a lot of that is not going to be permitted no more. Also motivated by race, Black Lives Matter, things like that, Antifa, Proud Boys, whatever you want to call them. Or you might not even be in no type of organization. If you're one of them people that like to race bait and you always pushing race agendas, trying to stir the crowd, they're going to be watching you now. You dig? Anybody also that has what? Anti-authority ideologies, anti-authority, thug life, crime, criminal behavior, anti-authority. Nobody can't tell you nothing. You know what I'm talking about? After police and all that. Well, they just now put a whole new team together, has been formed, and they're not playing with none of that. Which shows you that I've been telling y'all about how everything was changing. And they're going to be coming for the gangs and all of that. Now, you might as well say the gangs are considered anti-authority and anti-government because of what? The thug life. They have confiscated literature from all of these gangs for the past so-and-so years. They see how people think. And now, a lot of people, if they keep running their mouth, they're going to be on the hit list. All the people that's anti-government, meaning the people who feel like they're not happy and all this stuff going on. Now they're going to make it where you're a target if you run your mouth too much. Or if you look like you're the one that like to stir up the pot. Like for those that go live and every time you go live, you push an agenda, anti-government, they're going to come at your neck. Anytime you act like you're going to keep race baiting, starting race wars and all that, they're going to be coming for your neck. And they're going to be watching. And you can get indicted by dealing with any of this type of behavior. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be considered domestic terrorism. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, whatever opinions you got, you better keep them to yourself. Because once you start running your mouth too much, you think you Alex Jones, you think you waking all the people up, and you got all this information to tell, you might get put on one of these lists. You understand? That's why I keep telling you, my job ain't to wake up everybody. You know what I'm saying? The people that's going to be woke already going to be woke. The people that is on the frequency already going to be there. It's not my place to argue with nobody, to debate. That ain't my place. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my job. So a lot of y'all think y'all job is to wake everybody up. You think you got all the answers and you doing a lot of talking. But now, you know what I'm saying? The Justice Department has put something together for all domestic individuals that feel like they're not happy in this country. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at with this right now. And I don't have no opinion on this. I'm just telling y'all, I'm just reporting what's going on. So when you pushing agendas, anti-government, if you're dealing with street activity, you don't want to come. And I also told y'all, what else did I tell y'all months ago for those that listen? A lot of people that don't want to comply with the CDC, that don't want to comply with the vax, allegedly, a lot of y'all are going to be considered anti-government, because they're going to, basically it's going to look like you don't want to go with you don't want to go in the direction the country is going against, and you speaking out against what the country wants to do. So a lot of y'all are going to be considered anti-government, and it's going to be a crime soon. Pay attention to what's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at right now. A lot of people say it's going to be like overseas, where you seeing what's happening right in front of your face. And this particular agency was formed this week, and it's called the Domestic Terrorism Unit, because they feel like in this country it's people wilding out and don't want to comply, and they doing too much, and they stirring up agendas and pushing agendas. So that's why I say, but I told y'all the other day, stay away from organizations. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from frauds and stay away from organizations. You better be your own person right now. All that following gonna get you caught up in something you can't get out. That's all I'm saying. These are facts. Stay away from all organizations. Be your own person. Be your own man. Be your own woman. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. If you learning something, you better learn it for yourself. If you know better, you just do better. That's all I'm gonna say. Because a lot of people are making everything a fad. You know what I'm saying? It's becoming a fad, and these fads are going to get a lot of people locked up. You know what I'm saying? And it's called ideologies, your beliefs. So that's all I'm going to tell y'all. Y'all better be on point. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the chat. Once again, for those that just pulled up, I'm going to do a run through, and it's episode 80. Big business on the table. A suspect, a 32-year-old man, Cornelius Smith, was also apprehended for his alleged involvement in the YOUNGDOLPH'S alleged murder. And he has been booked for first-degree murder. And like I said earlier, for those that didn't hear me, in my opinion, that boy straight dropped told, because only he know who was with him at that scene, allegedly. And he told because his lawyers also said that he will be telling. But one thing these fools don't understand is you're not going to be able to tell your way out of this situation. But we do know out of those 341 people that got indicted, a lot of them, whoever told, they probably going to beat their charges, not beat them, but some of them might get a little slap on the wrist because some of them gave up these two individuals who are YOUNGDOLPH'S alleged shooters. See, it was a chain of events. They snatched up 300 and some people, and all they need is one person out of them 300 to tell. They could have locked up some mothers, some grandmothers, some daddies, some people had nothing to do with nothing. But that's how this thing works. They snatch up everybody, and all they need is one person to talk. So I'm trying to tell y'all, you fighting a game you can't win at. And like I said earlier, can we say it was all worth YOUNGDOLPH losing his life? I don't care if these dudes allegedly was paid $1 million, was it worth it? And if it wasn't about no money, if it was just some hate that they had for Dolph, was it worth it? So I don't know what make people think if you violate somebody else, it's going to make your life better. When people figure that out right there, you'll be a better person. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care if you disrespecting another person, you violating them. You know what I'm saying? You want to smoke with them, it's not going to make your life no better. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that because these are simple things we got to understand. My point is, if you don't like somebody and you got hate for that person, you just leave them alone. You let them be. You know what I'm saying? You turn your back on a person, go the opposite way. Let them be. Because if that's a foul person, 9 times out of 10, they're going to die in their own iniquity. That's what time it is. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. You can't get nowhere off of hate forever. But my point is, no matter how much these dudes got paid, we seen that boy straight drop trying to get fresh. You know what I'm saying? They said this dumb fool shot a video before he turned himself in. Now, if this ain't a clown, y'all tell me this ain't a clown. This dude in his sick mind still think he gonna have a rap career or he gonna make some bread. Because this dummy straight drop, he did a video before he was apprehended. And then when he got locked up, he told on another dude, allegedly. A dude named Cornelius. So basically, Young Dolph got smoked by a man named Justin and a man named Cornelius when he was Young Dolph. You see what I'm saying? This just shows you what time it is, man. Just be on point out here, man. Don't be playing with them haters, man. You got things going on in your life, man. Move accordingly, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to drag that out. But I know y'all caught the jewel within that whole thing, man. Because these dudes, I don't care what it was over, they're not even going to get to indulge in the luxury they thought they was going to have. You feel me? It was all smoke and mirrors. And they was used as pawns, allegedly. But we're going to see if they're going to tell on who sent the hit. Because the young boy straight drop, he claims they're going to be telling who sent the hit. So this might get very ugly. Once again, I told you that Trey Songz, his team, has responded to the so-called rape allegations by the former UNLV basketball woman star Dylan Gonzalez. And Trey Songz' team said they are looking forward to the details being exposed in court. And you know what I'm saying, Miss Gonzalez, she don't like these, she don't like the way Trey Songz' team sticking their chests out. And she has something to say. She says it was a long suppressed horror. And she has an unbearable PTSD situation from being raped by his very hands at a well-known Vegas hotel, allegedly, but that's what she said out her mouth. She says she wants to send her love, strength, and hope to all victims of sexual assault. And it's like sexual assault is also becoming a fad and a trend in America. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know what I tell y'all. Protect y'all women, protect the kids, man. Dudes not a fend for themselves. I can't speak out for a dude that's going to let another dude violate him. You know what I'm saying? You better learn how to fight. Next, I'm going to touch up on FATJOE and PETERGUNZ. I told y'all earlier, FATJOE and PETERGUNZ, they showed their support to the 5 victims in the BX. FATJOE, you know what I'm saying? He says, please join me in supporting the community by donating to the Bronx Relief Foundation or the Bronx Fund at fatjoe.me/donate Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And according to Revolt, Jay-Z and Nas are currently on board as well. I also spoke on how PETERGUNZ, he showed a video of a big MTA bus, a New York City bus, filled with bags of donations, and he was on his way to go deliver the goods. So we're going to salute these 2 brothers for stepping up and doing what's right by the people. Period. So all them other rappers, we're going to see what they're going to do, because hopefully FATJOE and PETERGUNZ, they started a trend, and we know that the Bronx has always been behind FATJOE and PETERGUNZ throughout their whole career. And I feel like the Bronx is due more from these dudes. Not from PETERGUNZ, from FATJOE. You know what I'm saying? I'm being real. I also told you about the 2 dust buckets that was caught red-handed by the anti-crime unit. And they made an on-site arrest. They caught these dudes red-handed with their tools, with everything. It was a 31-year-old man and a 51-year-old man. And they are the masters of being Cadillac converter thieves. And they put in so much work, they had a total of $50,000 worth of property damage that these 2 clowns, these 2 crimes, or should I say, all of these crimes that these 2 sick individuals probably did for a bag of dope in the morning. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. I'm pretty sure they was on that diesel. You understand? because we know these are low down dirty crimes. And it take a person on a whole nother drug to sit there in front of your crib and put in work on your car while you in the crib sleep. We know that's a different type of individual. But these dudes was caught red-handed. But the key word I said in this situation is the anti-crime unit. I think it's called the B2 anti-crime movement. And these are one of the units put into play because y'all know New York City got a new mayor. He has put together certain units, a couple of new units together to smash on crime. That's why this whole week you've been seeing a lot of people being apprehended from previous crimes they did in the past. I told y'all yesterday about the dudes that kicked in the man house in Coney Island. They got him. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of other dudes they looking for right now, like the granny robber, the serial ATM robbers. Y'all gonna start people. Oh, another dude they caught. I'm pretty sure y'all seen about that rapper. It was a rapper. I forgot his name. The rapper that shot that video on the Brooklyn Bridge, and he messed up the whole traffic in the city for the whole day. And the police was mad at this dude. I forgot his name. He shot a video on the Brooklyn Bridge and he jammed up traffic. You know what I'm saying? But he got away. But he recently got caught and they charged him with all that because he shot a video on the Brooklyn Bridge that messed up traffic and he didn't have a permit to shoot the video. But he recently got arrested for the old video he shot a couple weeks ago. That's how they let him. I told you, you might get away today, but tomorrow they're going to knock on your door. You heard? That's how this thing works. But these two dope heads, because I don't even think they was crackheads, you know what I'm saying? At least a crackhead they'll wash cars for some money. They'll do a little something else to get some bread. These had to be some dope heads, you heard? In my opinion. They got caught red-handed with their tools and all that, with the saw, with the, you know what I'm saying? They had book bags filled with all type of tools. They got caught red-handed by the anti-crime unit. You know what I'm saying? They made an arrest on site. And these dudes are facing a whole bunch of charges. And they charged them with $50,000 worth of property damage. So we know they won't be home no time soon. And that dude that's 51 years old, he probably going down behind jail just by being sick. He gonna get sick behind that wall. He ain't gonna make it home. We already know. Allegedly. I also told y'all about how Joe, the boy Moneybag Joe, he wants all U.S. agencies to mandate that C-19 testing and vax for all employees by February 14th. So those that don't want to comply, you might can kiss that government bag away. You know what I'm saying? Because Joe has put his foot down and he's standing on it. Either way, it is what it is. The last topic I just spoke on, for those that just pulled up and I just spoke on it, I'm going to say it the last time. The Justice Department formed a new domestic terrorist unit to combat the threat of extremists with ideologies and personal grievances motivated by race and anti-government and anti-authority ideologies. So right here, you just been told, if you're doing too much of the wrong, if you're talking too much about the wrong situation, if you campaigning out here, pushing agendas, you might get jacked up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to break it down one more time. Basically, anti-authority, that's gang, that's thug life. You heard? It's any type of criminal organization. When you're dealing with extremists, those are the people that want to deal with religious beliefs and race baiting, things like that. Those who always want to talk about race, black, white, all this and that, Those type of people they're going to be watching because they feel like these are the people that are in the country stirring up the pot and starting a lot of drama. You know what I'm saying? And people like Black Lives Matter too. So you got to pay attention to what's going on. Like I said, stay to yourself and just shut up sometime. Just worry about your family. Don't worry about everybody else because you ain't going to wake everybody up. You understand? You're not going to do it. Many have tried and failed. Look at Malcolm X. We can go down the list. We go down the list. We ain't got time for that. All those who have tried to be the voice of the people, we see what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? Because people going to do what they want to do. And that's that on that. Salute to the chat. Episode 80. I see y'all once again. Hunter Rizzo, what up, bro? Always on the support. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the all notification bell. Share this on whatever platform you want to share it on. And don't forget to leave a comment if you with the fam. You heard? And for all those in the future that want to donate, you know what I'm saying, to the platform, it's $4NOFAME love. That's the Cash App. You know what I'm saying? For all those who want to donate in the future. That's what it is. What up, DBN Network? I know that's the troll account, though. That ain't the real account. Either way, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Vlad Riot, what up, my bro? Always on the support. Y'all know what time it is. It ain't too much to talk about, but we had to speak on some things, man, and that's what it is for right now. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to tell you is you got to do your own thing. As we can see, somebody had a lot of hate for Young Dolph because allegedly it was a plan to take him out. And my whole point is, was that plan really worth it? And who prospered? And who was the gain from that man being in the ground? Because not only was he a rapper, he was a father, he was a family man, and he owned over 100 legit properties, man, at 36 years old. Not in his 40s, not in his 50s, at 36. So maybe they ain't want that to be a fad. A young brother's out here owning a lot of property. Who knows? All I'm saying is, when you get into the bag, keep it to yourself. That's all I'm going to say. That's what's up. That's what it is. Thanks, everybody, for pulling up. Don't forget to pull up at Grown Man Talk later on with me and my homie P. We'll be back at regular time, 8 p.m. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, I'm going to tell y'all, we'll be dropping other videos today. Pay attention. That's why I tell y'all, hit the all notification bell. You understand? We're going to keep the content coming. I'm going to keep the content coming. And I will be showing love to all my bros and sis. Know that. Y'all know I don't got no problem sharing. I don't got no problems shouting out. You dig? Because I ain't in this by myself. But we some hustlers. We some grinders. We some shakers and motivators. And that's how we rock. That's how I get down. You heard? I don't have no hate in my blood. Because don't nobody be on my mind that bad where I got to sit up here and hate on somebody. You heard? Now, I'm going to say what I say. Everybody ain't going to agree with what I say. And I'm cool with that. And that's how I want it to be. I don't want no yes men around me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want no infiltrators and no spies around me. So that's how I roll. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have a good day. Don't forget to, like I say, subscribe, man, and go through the catalog because we got a lot of content. With that note, 4NOFAME episode 80. And I'm up out of here. 1.